Hello, ako si Chin.
Hello, ako si Ibon.
Hello, ako si Blanche.
Hi, ako naman si Val.
Hello sa lahat, ako si Brian.
Hi, I am Ro.
Hi, I'm Rick.
And hi, I'm Mary.
Given siguro what we have fact-checked this year, ano sa tingin nyo naman yung ma-expect natin sa 2024?
Feeling ko, pagdating sa fake ads, dadami yung AI-generated content. Mas challenging i-fact check ang AI. Actually, may isa akong na-fact check this year na AI siya. May video si Senator Raffy Tulfo na splice clips, maririnig mo talaga yung boses niya na pinopromote niya yung product na to. But the thing is, paano mo i-debunk, right? Luckily that time, makikita mo na same script siya sa isa pang video. Ibang reporter din daw yung nagsasabi ng same lines for this product. Yung mga types ng content na feeling ko, next year baka mas dumami pa yung mga ganitong types. And as fact-checkers, yun nga, dapat mas ready na tayo for AI-generated content.
I think talaga as long as mayroong natural calamities na tatama sa bansa, whatever man-made incidents na mangyayari man in the future, patuloy pa rin nalilitaw yung mga disinformation related sa disaster. I think, gano'n, ang sad ng outlook, no? Ganun. Kasi, pero ayun talaga yung, parang reality, malaking trigger ang disasters when it comes to disinformation production. These disasters, dahil nga correct information takes time to spread out, may malaking space giving opportunity for disinformation to end. Tinanong ko yung expert na nakausap ko, ano pong pwede nating gawin to mitigate the effects ng disinformation on natural calamities? Tapos ang sabi sa akin is, maghintay. So basically, maging kalma ka lang. Gano'n. Hingang malalim. Wait for the correct information to come out.
Ang fearful forecast ko is magra-ramp up ang South China Sea, West Philippine Sea misinformation in the coming year just because palala ng palala yung issue eh. Ang fear ko lang rin is yung habang lumalala yung situation, habang kinakawawa tayo sa West Philippine Sea, ang akalain ng sambayan ng Pilipino ay okay lang tayo. Kasi yun yung nakukuha nilang information from social media. So I guess in 2024, apart from we should expect better from our public officials, we should do better rin as people na dapat we make sure tama yung kinoconsume nating information.
Fearful forecast. Tuloy pa rin tong Marcos Gold claims. Tinanong kasi namin yung expert from Third World Studies, bakit ba ulit-ulit pa rin to? Sinabi naman na ni Marcos na wala naman kaming ganito kalaking amount of gold, wala kaming ganito kalaking pera. Kasi sabi nila, essential part na kasi siya ng Marcos Smith. Parang nakakabit na ng pangalang Marcos yung gold. So yung for the past 4 decades na nire-rehabilitate nila yung image nila, kinabit na nila yun eh. Tapos parang it's a matter of faith na ngayon dun sa mga taong naniniwala, sa loyalist base. So kahit parang paulit-ulit nating dinedebunk, naniniwala pa rin sila kasi parang yun na yung naka-ingrain sa mga utak nila. Ang sabi nila, ang solusyon dito kailangan intensify ng government mismo, ni Marcos, kung talagang desidido siyang i-disprove na may mga gold sila, gamitin na yung resources ng gobyerno para sabihin na wala naman kaming ganito eh. I-debunk nila using yung resources ng government, PCO, kung ano man. Pero bakit hindi nila ginagawa? Kasi nagbe-benefit din siya dito in a way. Nare-reiterate yung pag-support sa kanilang mga tao.
Ako for me naman, parang more on anxious forecast siya na with SMNI's franchise being threatened, mas magdidwindle yung platform for former President Duterte to defend his policies or yung drug war nga ng Duterte administration. We can expect less direct statements from him. But at the same time, lumalakas kasi yung moves doon sa House na inapprove ng House yung resolution ng NTC to suspend SMNI. I'm expecting to anxiously monitor yung mangyayari sa House. Mag-flip-flop ba sila on what to do with the ICC probe? And if given that opportunity na, okay, sige, mag-cooperate tayo sa ICC probe, parang mas natatakot ako to what extent? Kasi baka meron pa ring possibility for things to go so wrong more than they will go so well. Parang meron pa ring possibility na ma-fumble the Marcos admin yung pakikipag-cooperate. Hanggang sino lang ba yung papanagutin? Hanggang sinong police? Hanggang gaano kataas na posisyon? Aabot ba siya doon sa mga gustong mapanagot ng mga biktima ng drug war, yung mga families nila? That's where I'm coming from. Well, hindi na siguro natin masyado marinig si Duterte. Mas maraming dadada doon sa Congress.
fearful forecast ko dun is patuloy yung pagiging unclear ni Marcos. But then, I think it will only be a matter of time until you catch him on a lie. Because people are going to demand evidence doon sa bigas. People are going to demand evidence for the economy being good. Mararamdaman mo naman yun eh. Feeling ko ngayon, Marcos is still benefiting from his 31 million victory even after a year has passed. In his second year, the stakes I think are going to be higher. For me, ang fearless forecast ko is baka maging less effective yung double speak niya. Pero he will try to still use it.
Magdedepende pa rin doon estado ng politics. Yung mga politicians na ina-attack, usually ina-attack sila dahil kunwari may sinabi silang statement na pwedeng counter doon sa ginagawa ng Marcos administration or parang nakikriticize siya pero not very directly. Pwede pa rin sumulpot yung mga ganong klaseng claims. Pwede pa rin na mag-morph into other claims. Si Marcos may ginagawa na siyang something better. Lalo na kunwari kung may sumulpot pa na ibang crisis. For example, mas lumala yung issues doon sa agriculture or mas lumala yung issue sa West Philippine Sea. Mas iha-hype ng mga propagandists or mga vloggers or yung mga influencers na mas malaki yung ginagawa ni Marcos than what he actually does. Mas mag-e-effort yung mga, not necessarily yung kanyang own government channels, no? Yung mga partisan na influencers who will make his image much more appealing or much more strongman, much more powerful.
Expect talaga na there are still developments for issues na ongoing pa like the ICC, the West Philippine Sea, and even the economy and agriculture. Tayo as fact-checkers, mahalaga rin yung job natin to look out nga, parang to keep watching out dito sa mga developments ng mga claims na to. Para lang din, we keep fact-checking the repeating claims para maging less confusing yung mga statements nila for the general public.
Oh, in other words, patuloy pa rin ang trabaho natin next year.
Job secure! Dito sa What the F Podcast, walang murahan, usapang facts lang. Pakinggan kami sa YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast at Apple Podcast.